So he actually did it. You know, I know most of you are wondering, who am I? Well, obviously not the Clayberry. I'm the legendary gamer, StarClay64. Over here, I decided to pull out all the games he reviewed, except for one, which I will be reviewing it. Now, the only thing is, I will go in the order how he reviewed it. First, he did Donkey Kong Country. Second was Ranma and a Half USA and Ranma and a Half Japan. Third, if I'm correct, Joshi's Story. Fourth was Kirby's Dream Land. Then fifth, Donkey Kong Country 2. But at the time, I saw what the Clayberry did. He wanted to review anime so badly, so he decided to review only animes that were released in the 1990s to make a connection with the series. He reviewed the 30 Pair of Flash, Volume 1 and 2. After that, he did Pokemon, but he didn't do it on the TV as he did it. He reviewed it by playing it on this 3DS XL, which is really nice. After that, he brought out the Sailor Moon reboots, which is nice also. And he just recently released, well actually he actually finally released the September exclusive Super Metroid. And now, you know, I'm impressed. For many of you who don't know me, I'm StarClay64. I am a gamer, but I'm the Clayberry's father. Here's how that happened. I was making really good videos, and my brother, Fudgeberry9, came in and said we could team up. However, I wish I had not accepted his request, because you see, Fudgeberry9 killed me. So basically, I'm a ghost. But that doesn't matter. See, after the Clayberry found out that Fudgeberry9 betrayed me, the Clayberry went to fight against Fudgeberry9 and destroyed him. Kind of like a ship fighting two eyeballs and a brain. Speaking of that, are you guys ready for our next review? Now, the Clayberry isn't here, and it's October right now. So, let's do none other than the game Star Fox. Now, before I want to start explaining everything, the storyline of this, I'm not going to talk about a lot of the stages. I'm only going to talk about the first level of Corneria and Venom. But Star Fox actually started out as an NES game titled NES Glider. Yeah. So basically, this was going to be 8-bit, and it became a 16-bit with a chip that makes anything to 3D. So, let's get this started and give you guys info about Star Fox. At the title screen, you start out with an image of Fox, Slippy, Falco, and Puppy, of the members of the Star Fox team. Look at the R-Wing in the background. That actually is so cool, rotating the ship. I mean, that's really awesome. That is what tells you how awesome Star Fox is.
When you start in Corneria, you actually see a 3D polygon intro opening, which is the 4 R-Wings getting ready to fly and fight the enemies of Andros. The game is a shooter game, but in the vein of like you're flying an actual plane. It's really amazing, and I gotta give credit to Shigeru Miyamoto. He made one of the best games I've ever enjoyed as a kid. Some people say that it's impossible to make these games. Well, apparently there's a chip called the Super FX chip, which led to Star Fox becoming from a 2D game to a 3D shooter game. You only possess Fox McCloud, and basically the story is that Fox has to stop Andros from invading Corneria. Technically, it's like war, but with humanoid animals. Most of the bosses, actually all the bosses in here, don't have a name. The only thing that you can actually know when you're about to fight a boss is only when the game says, incoming enemy. The first boss looks more similar to a war battleship, a flying battleship basically. It has 3 ways to get rid of them, but they'll actually spread out. The first one will spread out a ship, and the other 2 will shoot out missiles. So once it's destroyed all 3 of them, then the ship actually fights for real. To block the first boss attacks, you must do a barrel roll. After you defeat the boss, the screen starts blinking multiple times, which is a reference that the ship that you defeat the first boss then explodes. But when you do, you get this awesome, sweet, cool, legit victory theme, and it's the best, one of my favorite themes I've ever listened in all video games who has victory themes.
There isn't really anything bad about the game. It's amazing. It was the first game. And I'm glad that I get to see Star Fox. But now that I talk about Corneria, I might as well tell you guys info about Andros. Now, we're not going to the real one, like I said. We're only going to the first level. So if you want to find the third level, you have to find it out on your own. Or unless the Clayberry actually comes and decides to bring the gameplay in there.
So after you fight the boss on Planet Venom, you actually will see the fortress of Andros. And this isn't just a battle, oh no, it's a one-on-one Fox McCloud versus Andros. The final battle between a fox and a monkey. Once you enter Andros' fortress, you actually have an entire obstacle. It's not hard if you're actually good at playing this game. Depending on which level you go to on any of the 3 levels in Star Fox, it gets harder and harder. There's switches around, there are doors out close, and be careful because if you get hit in the wing, you'll actually lose the wing and it'll cause a lot of damage with your R-Wing. Now you're about to have a serious fight with Andros in a room filled with hallucinations in the background. He takes the form of a human face or a mask, and it's pure white, so the only way you can actually beat him is by aiming at the eyes. He'll start swallowing some silver plates, and then once he swallows a bunch, he'll actually act like he's about to blow it up, but in reality he spits it out. However, it's really hard to actually try to shoot in Andros' eyes while those silver squares are trying to attack you. Also, if you don't have any upgraded lasers, and if you shoot him, the single laser shot will reflect back to you, which will also be a major problem. Well, there's an example for you guys. So space starts exploding for a moment, and then once it explodes, it reveals a block with Andros' face. Now the if you can actually time it right, kill it really fast, and you can actually get out of this stage much faster. You'll see a door exit, which is actually the exit to get out of the fortress, because the fortress is about to blow up. Once you get out of that fortress, the mission is finally over and you have finally defeated Andross. It's really amazing that Fox can handle beating Andross on his own and leaving his teammates behind. And that's Star Fox. It's a great game. I really loved it, even though I've actually heard that it was originally going to be an NES game called NES Glider, which I'm glad that Star Fox came in, and at the 90s, people were so excited to see this game. Not because of Nintendo, but it was actually the first 3D game that Nintendo has ever made, and to this day, people still celebrate the game Star Fox. At least it's better than those horrible Sega 3D games on the 16-bit Genesis. Once you beat the game, you'll actually receive a score list to see how much you did, and how much you've done will be estimated by all the stages that you did.
Cornelia.
This is Cornelia, Pepper speaking. Congratulations on a job well done.
Roger. I take that to Cornelia.
I'm glad that you guys enjoyed watching my review of Star Fox. I know it's really short. This is not what the Clayberry does in all of his other reviews. But there is something I want to talk to you guys. We originally had a sequel of Star Fox. It was called Star Fox 2. However, Nintendo said that they were working on it. So, we never received the game. Nintendo has been talking about it, saying that they would release Star Fox 2 on the US in 1996. We never saw that game of the day. But do you know why? Because the creator, Shigeru Miyamoto, wanted to make a new Star Fox game on the Nintendo 64. And we received the game, Star Fox 64. Well, I guess I should put these games up before the Clayberry thinks that there's a ghost in here. But I'm glad that my son has been making really good videos. I'm glad he has been making videos to inspire you guys. I've always had the dream to become a YouTuber. But since Fudgeberry9 killed me, the Clayberry took the role. Well, I'll see you guys later.